Okay, so Hillary Clinton testified about the Epstein files, but the real question is, who's really being grilled and why? Let's take a look into her interview and we'll get back to it.
I have nothing to hide. I've been exonerated. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein.
Who do you believe, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton?
My husband has said he took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Clinton just gave an interview to the BBC trying to explain why her family name keeps appearing in the Epstein files, along with photos of Bill Clinton appearing in Epstein's hot tubs and swimming pools.
It was one of the stops they made to look at philanthropic and charitable work that my husband has done, saving literally millions of lives around the world.
So she's supposed to have us believe that Jeffrey Epstein was involved in saving millions of lives? Because that's not what I've heard.
But why did she even give this interview in the first place? Well, because the Clintons have been subpoenaed to testify before Congress. They're going to be asked what their involvement was with Jeffrey Epstein under threat of being charged with criminal contempt.
Why did they want to pull us into this? To divert attention from President Trump. This is not complicated. This is so obvious.
And that is what brings me to the point that I made earlier in the video, which is who is being grilled and why. So if you guys ever noticed, why is it that DJT doesn't seem to be getting so grilled?
Clinton says there is no wrongdoing on her family's part, and don't be distracted by photos making the rounds.
If Bill and I had a penny for every person we've taken pictures with, we would be extremely rich today.
Exactly, including Bill and Hillary, right? We all know that they are also extremely wealthy. So yeah, it fits the bill.
I should say there are many wealthy and powerful people who appear in the Epstein files. Democrats like Clinton, Republicans like Trump, but none of it is conclusively criminal because it's all just been this kind of slow trickle of piecemeal information, which Clinton says is evidence of a
continuing cover-up by the Trump administration. So there's something about this administration's attitude toward this, which I think really leads us to conclude they have something to hide. We don't.
Yeah, so I think these people, they all have something to hide. Because her husband was the president already, like why didn't they release these files during those times? Why are these files only coming out now? That's the question. So of course they all have something to hide. Now that brings us to the question, which is why is it that everybody else has been grilled? Pam Bundy has been grilled. Hillary Clinton has been grilled. Even in the UK, over in the UK, we have even the Prince has been grilled and is already facing consequences. The only person that seems immune to all of this is DJT. And so the question I have for you is why do we think that DJT seems like untouchable? Are they afraid to call him out? Like, I just don't understand why he doesn't seem to be being held as accountable as the rest of these other people. I understand that he is the president of the most powerful nation on the planet. I get that. But nobody should be above the law. And especially in a country such as the United States, where it's the home of the free and the land of the free and the home of the brave. Right? So that means that nobody should be above the law because they are truly free. So if they are truly free, then they should be able to hold their elected officials to the same standards that they are held. Have you ever gotten a parking ticket? I mean, if you watch that interview of Pam Bundy in Congress, if you ever have a court case, even if it's in civil court, and you conduct yourself in such a manner, you are probably going to be held in contempt of the courts. But that lady just talked anyhow, talked over the people, never answered any questions, and pretty much was gushing like a high school girl over President Trump. Meanwhile, they continue to hold the fire to other people whose names were mentioned, while completely and utterly and conveniently disregarding any mention of DJT. And so that's why I can't take anybody that if you claim to be a MAGA or whatever, I can't take you seriously because for me, I just see you as someone that has fallen and for the bait, hook, line, and sinker, you've drank the Kool-Aid and you just don't get it. You just don't get it that it's not about whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. It's about those at the top and then those at the bottom. That's it. those are the only two classes, in my opinion. But I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Why do you think that DJT appears to be immune from any grilling whatsoever, while everybody else continues to be grilled and dragged? Let's talk about it down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, or if you found it informative, consider liking, consider hyping the channel. And until next time, peace.